Vedo che il presidente Zelenskiy sta arrivando alla Casa Bianca. Il presidente Zelenskiy è appena arrivato qui a Washington ed è sceso dalla macchina. Ecco, il presidente Zelenskiy è appena arrivato qui a Washington e sta per incontrare
President Zelensky, what do you want to accomplish today? What do you want to accomplish while you're here?
Пане президенте, з якими результатами плануєте поїхати з Вашингтона?
Moving this way. Press, we are moving so much.
Mr. President, how does it feel to welcome Mr. President?
Today, what do you want to accomplish while you're here?
Ali parte da imprensa que está posicionada aqui agora poderá acompanhar a reunião bilateral entre os dois líderes.
Well, Mr. President, it's good to have you back. I'm delighted you're able to make the trip to be here, and it's an honor to be by your side in the united defense against what is a brutal, brutal war being waged by Putin. 300 days. Hard to believe, 300 days.
He is the captain of Heimer's battery. Yes, he's very brave, and he said, give it to a very brave president. And I want to give you that the cross for military merit. That is one.
Oh, God love you.
Yes, that is from him, and I have the list. He wrote the list. Yes, I didn't read, Mr. President. I can't read. It's not mine. It's in Ukrainian language, but here the translation is from him.
There are a few more people. See that guy on the cameras? My vice president can do anything.
Also, anyway, so here the task is more large. And really that in winter, how to go through this winter. Because the first problem is air defense. Italy, for example, Sampti, the name, they have it. 2 days ago, we've got from Macron stations and energy. Dear Americans, in all states, cities, and communities, all those who value freedom and justice, who cherish it as strongly as we Ukrainians, in all our cities, in each and every family, I hope my words of respect and gratitude resonate in each American heart. Madam Vice President, I thank you for your efforts in helping Ukraine. Madam Speaker, you bravely visited Ukraine during the full-fledged war. Thank you very much. A great honor. Thank you. Great privilege to be here. Dear members of the Congress, representatives of both parties who also visited Kyiv, esteemed congressmen and senators from both parties who will visit Ukraine, I'm sure, in the future. Dear representatives of diaspora, it's a great honor for me to be at the US Congress and speak to you and all Americans. Against all odds and doom and gloom scenarios, Ukraine didn't fall. Ukraine is alive and kicking. And it gives me good reason to share with you our first joint victory. We defeated Russia in the battle for minds of the world. We have no fear, nor should anyone in the world have it. Ukrainians gained this victory, and it gives us courage, which inspires the entire world. Americans gained this victory, and that's why you have succeeded in uniting the global community to protect freedom and international law. Europeans gained this victory, and that's why Europe is now stronger and more independent than ever. The Russian tyranny has lost control over us, and it will never influence our minds again. Yet, we have to do whatever it takes to ensure that countries of the global south also gain such victory. I know one more, I think, very important thing. The Russians will stand a chance to be free only when they defeat the Kremlin in their minds. The battle continues, and we have to defeat the Kremlin on the battlefield. Yes, this battle is not only for the territory, for this or another part of Europe. The battle is not only for life, freedom, and security of Ukrainians or any other nation which Russia attempts to conquer. This struggle will define in what world our children and grandchildren will live, and then their children and grandchildren. It will define whether it will be a democracy of Ukrainians and for Americans for all. From the United States to China, from Europe to Latin America, and from Africa to Australia, the world is too interconnected and interdependent to allow someone to stay aside and at the same time to feel safe when such a battle continues. Our two nations are allies in this battle. And next year will be a turning point. I know it, the point when Ukrainian courage and American resolve must guarantee the future of our common freedom, the freedom of people who stand for their values.
President Zelensky speaking to Congress today, and your being in the chamber will be a bright part of your own legacy. Thank you, Mr. President, for honoring us with your presence. The entire Congress, Democrats and Republicans, House and Senate, look forward to hearing your message of unity, courage, and determination. With that, I'm pleased to yield to the distinguished President of Ukraine, the courageous, determined, unified President of Ukraine, President Zelensky.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Great privilege, first of all. Thank you for the invitation. Great privilege to be here. And really, I prepared speech to Congress, but I think speech to Americans. That is great honor for me, and I want to give all the messages that I prepared in your language, with all respect to your country, for that support that you done for Ukraine in our battle, really battle for our freedom, democracy, Speaker Pelosi said, but for our houses, families, for our great children, the same great as you have, of course. And for me, again, honest that I'm here. I'm the second time here, but the first time was before the war, before full-scale invasion by Russians, and you know, what can I say? Different feeling, like different history, like different life. But anyway, in this life is very important. The Congress of the United States is a big friend of Ukrainian people, really, of freedom of Ukrainians. And thank you so much that you supported us in financial support and with really that things, that ammunition which will help on battlefield. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Great honor.
Thank you so much.